ग्रंथराज श्रीमद्भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees, we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, entitled as Journal History, chapter number 7. Lord Krishna instructs Uddhava, and text number 14. Shri Uddhava Vacha Yogesha Yoga Vinyasa Yogatman Yoga Sambhava निःश्रेयस्या में प्रोक्तस त्यागः संन्यासलक्षणः। श्री उद्धवाच योगेश योग विनायसा योगात्मन योगा संभवा निःश्रेयस्या मे प्रोक्तस त्यागः संन्यासा लक्षणः। Word meaning: Shri Uddhava Vacha. Shri Uddhava said, Yoga Isha, O giver of all results of yoga. Yoga Vinyasa, of you who by your own power bestow yoga even upon those who are unqualified. Yoga Atman, O Supreme Soul realized through yoga. Yoga Sambhava, O origin of all mystic power. Nishreyasya, for the ultimate benefit. Me, of me. Proktaha, you have spoken about. Tyagaha, renunciation. Sannyasa, by the acceptance of the order of sannyasa. Lakshanaha, characterized. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada disciples. Srila Prabhupada disciples ki jai. Translation: Shri Uddhava said, my dear Lord, you alone award the results of yoga practice, and you are so kind that by your own influence you distribute the perfection of yoga to your devotee. Thus, you are the Supreme Soul who is realized through yoga, and it is you who are the origin of all mystic power. For my supreme benefit, you have explained the procedure for giving up the material world through the process of sannyasa or renunciation. Purport: the word Yogesha here indicates that the Supreme Personality of Godhead awards the result of all yoga practice. Since all of the material and spiritual world emanates from the transcendental body of Krishna, there is nothing to be achieved by any yoga process except Krishna and his potencies. And since the Lord remains eternally the master of his potencies, no one can achieve anything through yoga or any other spiritual or material process except by the sanction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The word yoga means linking up. And unless we link ourselves with the absolute truth, we remain covered by the darkness of ignorance. Thus, Krishna is the goal of yoga. In the material world, we falsely try to link ourselves with the objects of the senses. Man wants to link with the woman, and woman wants link with the man. Or one tries to link up with the nationalism, socialism, capitalism, or innumerable other creations of the illusory energy of the Lord. Since we are linking ourselves to temporary objects, the relationships are temporarily, the results are temporarily, and at the time of death, we become bewildered when all of our conceptions are suddenly cut off by Maya. If we link ourselves to Krishna, however, our relationship with Him will continue even after death. As explained in Bhagavad Gita, the relationship with Krishna that we develop in this life will continue to increase in our next life until we achieve the supreme goal of entering Krishna's planet. Those who sincerely serve the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, following the transcendental lifestyle prescribed by the Lord, will enter the Lord's abode at the end of this lifetime. One can never achieve a permanent situation by mental speculation. What to speak of by ordinary material sense gratification, by the methods of Hatha Yoga, Karma Yoga, Raja Yoga, Jnana Yoga, etc. One does not actually awaken his propensity for rendering eternal loving service to the personality of Godhead. Thus, one is bereft of the transcendental states of spiritual enjoyment. Sometimes the conditioned soul, disgusted by his failure to gratify his senses, bitterly decides to renounce the material world and merge into an impersonal, painless transcendence. But our actual happy situation is to render loving service at the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead. All of the different yoga process gradually leads one to love of Godhead, and it is Lord Krishna's aim to reestablish the conditioned souls in this happy position. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is making this perfection easily available through the chanting of the holy name of Krishna, the supreme yoga process for this age. Om Jnanaatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी परमामि हरिप्रिये नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पश्चाते देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधार शिवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते कदम कानन स्वामिते नामिने Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Now we can see how Uddhavaji, he is glorifying the Lord in different ways. And here in this particular verse of today's, he is indicating or addressing the Lord as Yogesh. Okay, we all know if we have read Shri Ishopanishad, what does Isha means? Isha means controller or the Lord. The person who is the controller, he is also been called as the Lord. Yeah, Prabhupada in one of his lecture or somewhere in the teaching, he says, yes, you are also Isha and we are also Isha. And God is also Isha. But we are tiny Isha and God is supreme Isha. We may control one person, two-person, three-person, or four-person as soon as we have position. Okay, but that position is taken off, we are not anymore controller. Isha means controller, but Krishna is the supreme controller. He controls everybody, all the demigods, all the sages, material world and spiritual world. So he's been called Supreme Isha. He's the ultimate Isha. Like we can see when a man of the house, he controls his house, he controls his wife, he controls his children and makes some rules. As soon as he is providing them all the facilities, wealth, clothing, food, house, and all other facilities. But when he stops, then no one follows him. Then no one under his control. It is just like temporarily controller. He is temporarily Isha. But Krishna, he is all time in every circumstances. He is the controller. Okay. When in Sanskrit there is a word called Yogeshwar and Yogi Ishwar. Yoga means the system, okay, the process, the linking or connect. Someone says I'm doing yoga, means I'm doing something, I'm in the process of doing something. Is another meaning also. So Krishna, it says he is Yogeshwara, okay, the master of the system. He says Vasudeva Para Yoga. In Canto 1 say Vasudeva Para Yoga, Vasudeva Para Kriya, Vasudeva Para Makhay, Vasudeva Param Jnanam. Yeah, Vasudeva. So Krishna is the goal of all the yoga. He's the system, he's the process. And Lord Shiva is been called Yogishwar. One is Yogeshwar and another word is Yogi Ishwar. Okay, yoga means the process, the system, and the yogi means the person who follows the process. Understood the point? Yoga means the system and yogi means who follows the system. That's why we saw it. He is bhakti yogi, he is karma yogi, he is ashtanga yogi, means the person who is following that certain yoga, certain process. And Lord Shiva has been called Yogi Ishwar because he is the master of that system. By following the process, he is the master of the system. And the Lord is also been called Yogeshwara because he is the Lord of the meditation also. Because in yoga, what we do, we try to bring our mind and intelligence to fix our mind at the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says, 6.47, yeah, yogi nam api sarvesham madgaterantar atmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same yuktat manomataha. Among all the yogis, the best yogi is who meditates upon me. There are so many yoga systems are there. If you read Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, there are yoga ladders, okay, mentioned. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Ashtanga yoga, and Bhakti yoga. That is a gradual ladder to reaching to the Bhakti yoga process. Okay, Karma yoga, because where there is a yoga comes, that means there is a link up with the Lord, because Lord is there. But in Karma yoga, it is a give and take. I'm doing something, I need something for myself also, which is called fruity. He does some activity for the Lord, but in return, he has some hope that I will also get some kind of a result or some kind of a reward of my hard work. Over the period of time, when a yogi keep doing that karma yoga, offering his food to the Lord also on a parallel way. So when this karma yoga becomes matured over the period of time and it's been included with jnana, with knowledge and renunciation, that system becomes yoga system or jnana yoga. That becomes jnana yoga. And a yogi start practicing jnana yoga. And when in that jnana yoga, in that knowledge, when a yogi become matures, then he start meditating upon the Lord. That becomes Ashtanga yoga. Okay, that becomes Ashtanga yoga or a Dhyana yoga, where we know all the 8 limbs of practicing it. When he again becomes mature practicing Ashtanga yoga, then he comes to the level of Bhakti yoga. Here it's mentioned in the purport that there are so many kind of yogas are there. Hatha yoga, Karma yoga, Raj yoga, Gyan yoga. Why there are so many difference of yogas are there if the ultimate of goal is bhakti? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bhaktya mam abhijanati. Only just by doing bhakti you can know me. Otherwise, there is no other process to know me. Okay, this is the ultimate you have to reach. But Srila Prabhupada also mentioned in Bhagavad Gita chapter 3, where these yoga ladders are mentioned, he says, when a person is fortunate enough, he can surpass all these steps. If he's not doing anything, if he comes in the association of a devotee, he can directly come to the level of practicing bhakti yoga. He doesn't have to go through with karma, jnana, ashtanga. If he's fortunate enough or he's been blessed by a Vaishnava. That is the beauty of a bhakti yoga. You don't need any prerequisite qualification to do it. Anywhere in your life you can start. But other processes, you definitely need a qualification, pre-qualification. And in those other processes, karma, jnana, and yoga, your own effort is there to get the reward. But those rewards are also not being given by your own strength. You need to wait for the mercy of the Lord. If you want the result of karma yoga, still that bhakti element has to be there, because Krishna is the giver of all the benediction. That's why in South India has been called a Vradraj, the best among all the giver who gives benediction to his devotees. So ultimately all the results comes from him. If you want to practice yoga, karma yoga, please do so. But there is always a bhakti element is there. Worshipping of Lord Vishnu is there. Because he is the only one who gives the result of your karma yoga, result of your jnana yoga, result of your ashtanga yoga, and ultimately result of all the yogas. That's why he's been called Yogeshwara. In Bhagavad Gita, again, 18th chapter, last verse, which is 78, it's a very famous Yatra Yogeshwaraho Krishno, Yatra Partho Dhanurdara, Yatra Shri Vijyor Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Wherever there is Lord of all the mysticism, and where there is great archer Arjuna, who is known as Dhananjaya, yeah, then everything will follow. What is that? Opulent, morality, name and fame, and immense power, and many other things will follow. So as soon as we just come into the camp or into the area of Lord Shri Krishna, or we allow him to come into our life, then everything is possible what other peoples are struggling hard to get it by their own strength. For example, in Ramayana, Ravana, he achieved that golden palace, okay, and he achieved all those mystic powers, all those strength, everything by his own strength. He did so much hard work for so many years. How many years he was practicing Ashtanga Yoga to get all the powers? So many years, thousands and thousands of years. How much he has hard work to get all the wealth, all the golds, silver, diamond, and so many other ladies, so many other properties, so many other infantries, soldiers, weapons, anything, you just name it. He fought with every single state. He did so much hard work. For so many years of hard work, he had established his kingdom. For so much hard work, yes? But look at that. His brother Vibhishana, he just bowed down in front of Lord. He just bowed down in front of Lord, and Lord addressed him, "Get up, O king." He was not a king that time, but he already, Lord Rama, he predicted that you are going to be a king very soon. Only just by one activity. And what's that activity? He just bowed down with love and devotion in front of Lord Rama, because he was a devotee of Lord Rama. That's why you can see the materialistic people, all these mystics, they go through so much bodily pain in their life. They go to the forest, they go to learn some tantric mantra and everything to achieve some mysticism power. Yeah, some kind of an invisible power. But a bhakta, he immediately gets it just by surrendering at the lotus feet of the Lord. He's been rewarded by all the powers, but he doesn't show to the world. And he also doesn't get puffed up by all those powers, because he knows that very well. This is all temporarily, and they are the obstacles on the path of my bhakti. Prabhupada many times says that there's so many people who goes for 30, 40, 50 years of austerity, and they learn how to walk on the water. There's a story Prabhupada was saying. In Bengal, there one person came and he was impressing to the village people. He was saying, please everybody come so and so that day, and I want to show you how much power I have gained for last 40 years. I mean, 40 years, I mean, wow, it's a great austerity. You spent 40 years to learn something. And what did he learn? He showed them how he was walking on the water. And everybody was amazed. Oh my God, such a, he must be a god. He's just walking on the water. Prabhupada say, what's the point? You give 2 paisa to a boatman, you can cross from one to there. Then why to spend your 40 years just to learn how you are crossing the river from point A to point B? It's just a waste of money, or waste of time, waste of energy, waste of everything. Just be smart enough. And this mystic power, walking on the water, will not help you to transcend from material world to spiritual world. You're still struggling. You're still stuck into this material world. So what's the point of gaining all those mystic powers? This is going to help you to go back to Godhead? Not at all. Then why to waste our money? Or why to waste our time? I remember that long time back, maybe 20 years back, I watched one clip of an American African guy. Okay, he was like probably 6.7, 6.8 feet, a very athletic built body, African American. And what he was doing on the television show, it's called Guinness Books of World Record. Okay, he went to India because he was fed up with his high life when he was quite young, maybe 16, 17 or 14 years old. He came back to his home after 40 years. And what did he learn? He wanted to show the world he has learned how to get into a box which is 1 feet by 1 feet. Can you believe it? 6.5 tall, a strong built American African guy, like I'm 6.1, he's 6.6 and 6.7. You can see how big he is. And he has learned a yoga to get into a box which is like 1 feet by 1 feet in a square. He did that. He was in his coping, and he was doing everything live, and they give him a world record. And I was thinking, he spent 40 years just to learn how to get into the box. If you don't come out of this material body, you are anyway getting into the box of a material womb. Every time you leave this world, you get into another womb, and that womb itself is a box, very small box. You don't need to practice to learn 40 years to get into the box. You do some nonsense, again your next life will be in a box, in that dirty box. And I was thinking, such a waste, such a fool. And for that, what he was proud of, he got the certificate by Guinness Books of World Record. And I was thinking, look, people are just for their falsely or some artificial or temporarily name and fame, they are showing the world what achievement they have got. And that's what, if these things has been make him fool, what happens in our daily life also? Sometimes we also get some name, fame, some recognition, many other things we get it. But what's the point of getting all these things? They all are temporarily. Here in the purport says, the nature of this material world is temporarily. The achievements in this material world is temporarily. Okay, then what will happen if everything is temporarily? You again come back to in this material world. So this is a great loss. This is completely a great loss here. In the beginning of today's verse purport, Lord also mentioning that He is the source of everything, spiritual and materially. In Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Lord is saying to Arjuna, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravarte iti badva bhajante bam buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of everything, material and spiritual. Everything comes from me. And the intelligent person who understands this point, okay, he never comes back and he worship me with full love and devotion, with completely full love and devotion. So that's why we should have to understand what is actually yoga means of this, especially for this day and age. Okay, we are trying to link up with the Lord. That's what the yoga means, to reconnect ourselves. But how do we link up? Is there any cable tie? Is there any rope? Is there any sticky tape? Is there anything? No, the process is by chanting the holy name of the Lord. That's why it's been recommended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, he's saying, those who sincerely serve the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, following the transcendental lifestyle prescribed by the Lord, not prescribed by our mind. Point to be very noted. Not prescribed by any YouTube channel, any social media. It's prescribed by the Lord and which has been documented in the Vedic scriptures. That's why Srila Prabhupada says, please take up the help of all these books which I am writing or I have already written, such as Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Srimad Bhagavatam, and many other small literatures. And plus, also start reading the books of six Goswamis. Because that's where the real truth is there. The real absolute truth is lying in these Vedic scriptures. All we have to do, we have to just read them page by page, become a sage. It's a very famous thing, page by page, become a sage. But how are we doing? We're just flipping out or just scrolling down our electronic devices and we are becoming fool. Yeah, just a couple of days back, I just watched one documentary. How teenagers or any age of the people, like whether they're young or very like teenage or very young or 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, any other people are going through some mental fatigue, mental stress because their screening time on their phone is so much higher because when this blue light penetrates to your mind through the eyes, it makes you dull. Your decision to make in your life, it shakes. It's like shaking. It's not constant because they are always tired in their mind. Most of the people, especially the teenagers, they are being used to watch their phone before going to the bed. They are lying down. Okay, mom, I'm just going to sleep, and they just lay down. But suddenly, when they touch their phone, and that phone takes them away for 1-2 hours, they, they thought they are just going to lie down just in a couple of minutes. They just lay down, but suddenly when they touch the phone, by the time they time out, oh, my 2 hours has gone. And now the eyes are so strained they cannot sleep. On external level, body is damaged. On subtle level, our mind and intelligence is damaged. When these two things are damaged, so where is the question you can protect yourself as a soul? Where is the question the person can get up early in the morning and he can chant his Hare Krishna Mahamantra on his beats? Many people have these questions, how do we get up early in the morning? Is there any formula? Is there any medicine? Just simple one formula. If your input is good, your output will be good. If your input is wrong, your output will automatically be wrong. So that means if you have to get up early in the morning, just go to bed early. Go to bed early in such a way, it from many ways. The scientifically it's been proven and Ayurvedically it's also been proven. The person who goes to bed early in the night, he has a very higher chance that he can give a rest to his body, to his mind in a full strength, and he automatically will get up early in the morning. Then he can practice his yoga system, which is we call Bhakti Yoga. If you ever tried, if you just hit the bed at 8 o'clock, this is the best time to go to bed because you have very sound sleep, uninterrupted sleeps. You go, you automatically get up at 2:30, 3 o'clock or 3:30, get fresh, come to program, attend, finish your round, and then you see the consciousness you are having, it's completely surcharged by your spiritual thoughts. But if we are planning to go to bed at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, then where is the question? Then we're going to get up early in the morning at 4:30. And when we get up by 4, we can see we are not functioning properly. We are tired, and we are like, not present at the moment. We are just like a zombie. So that's why it's very, very important. If you have to practice certain things, there are some certain disciplines are there. If you see, even materially, those people who have succeeded in their life, whether they are sports person, whether they are politicians, or whether they are any kind of a business tycoons, you just name it, because they are disciplined in their activities, in their daily activities. Because when you are disciplined, you know how, which means also regulate. You regulate your eating, you regulate your sleeping, you regulate your talking, you regulate your thinking. Everything you regulate, and you utilize that energy for the right purpose. For example, if you see any sportsman, we just name it, those who have been succeed on number 1 rank, number 2 rank, you just ask them, "Okay, how do you get on number 1 rank every year or every time?" So when they tell their diet, their daily schedule, you can think, wow, it looks like he's a bhakti yogi. He doesn't eat what he wants to eat because his coach is there, his teacher is there. Like if you are a swimmer and if you are a sports athlete, you cannot eat what you want to eat. You need to be very, very regular, because your small amount of your wrong eating can impact your performance. Because everybody likes to eat junk food, like fries, burgers, and pizza, and many other, like drinking alcohol and many other things. But these sportsmen, they don't drink it because they know that it's gonna hit their performance very badly at the end of the day. In a similar way, that's why eating, control on eating is also very important in our spiritual life. We cannot just put everything in our stomach. If you do so, then you can see it's gonna impact our performance next day or same day. If you eat too much, what will happen? Your organs will work more harder, their natural capacity, and they will make you sleep. Why? It's been said, if it's 100% in your stomach, if you are hungry, just only eat 50% what you are hungry, and 25% you can drink water, and 25% you leave for the air, for the digestion air to digest. But what we do, we just stop off up to the neck and we can't even breathe. Then what is the question to do some service to the Lord or to chant Hare Krishna? We will feel sleepy. You can see, if you are eating late night, because it's been said that grains, if you eat after sunset, it takes long hours to digest. But if you eat late night, and that is also with your full stomach, so where is the question that you will be able to get up early in the morning? No, it's not. And plus, your body will also be affected by this overeating. There is a survey happened that people are not getting disease by not eating; they are getting disease by eating over much, like too much, or overeating is happening. So that's why we need to regulate ourselves if you really have to achieve something, because you cannot gain anything without losing something. Where there is a loss, gain is there. And if you have to get a higher gain, if you have to get to the higher perfection, which is attaining or meditating upon the Lord, we need to regulate all our daily activities, starting with your eating, sleeping, talking, because we are unnecessarily talking here and there. We need to protect our energy. The more you talk, the more heavily you breathe. That means we are running out of our life, because everybody has their limited number of breath in their life. So we need to save all those breath only if you really want to spend your breath in the service of the Lord. There's so many activities we can do. Just find out your nature. What is the best you can do? Because any profession can be used in the service of the Lord. Any profession. If you are a carpenter, you are a painter, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are a good manager, you are a good priest, you are a good singer, you know, and if you can decorate the Lord very well, you can cook for the Lord very well. Anything, any profession can be used, because every jiva is very definitely, every jiva is very unique in their own way. And Krishna has given every jiva a beautiful skill and some beautiful qualities. But coming into the contact of this material nature, of this material world, we are utilizing all those skills and qualities in our sense gratification. But it has to be meant to be used in the Lord's service. Otherwise, we will be called thief. It's not that, we need to get some qualities. Yes, Prabhu might have something very good to fix things for the Lord. Not everybody can do. You can manage, not everybody can do. You can sing, not everybody can sing. You can cook, not everybody can cook. So whatever skill we have, so let it be used in the service of the Lord. Because He has chosen us. He has given us an opportunity, whatever quality we have, to render some service, because everything comes from Him. All the qualities, all the benediction, all the rewards, everything comes from Him. So let it be used in His service. What is wrong? He doesn't need actually, He actually doesn't need us. One sense, actually, we need Him. This is one angle to see. But another angle to see is, yes, He also needs us, because as a father, He wants to let His children come back to Him. Is it true or not? I'm just saying like this, It is completely true. Every father wants that his children to come back home, just to be with them, because by being with the father, everybody is happy, because he is the protector of everything. He is a complete protector of everything. That's why it's been said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is making this perfection easily available, very easily available. But in early bygone ages, it's very hard. I cannot just sit more than 5 seconds or 10 seconds like this on my straight back. I have to be bent, some pain, some here and there. But the yogis used to be sit for 60,000, 70,000 years without moving a tinge or without any fear. But we fear, the snake will come, some animal will come, some insects will bite us. So we have so much fear. So we are very flickering in our mind. The process in bygone ages was very long. Result, it takes so much time to come. Result, on top of that, is also temporarily. But now in Kali Yuga, such a best opportunity, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has made it very easily through the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. The supreme goal processes for this age. Such a simple process Lord has made, and that is also we are not able to achieve it. Prabhupada gives an example. This Krishna consciousness is like $100 bill. In that $100 bills, all other notes are there, all other bills are there. $50 bills are there, $20 bills are there, $10 bills are there, $2 bills are there, $1 bills are $5, and other small coins are there. But other yoga system, they are like $50 bills, they are like $20 bills. But if you have to come to $100 bills, you need to add more. But if you have $100 bill, you got all the bills inside, and why to suffer and look for other perfection? I wish I could get some kind of a mystic power so I can travel from one country to another country by flying. What for? Then that means you need to come back again to this material world in your next lifetime, that you are hoping, because in this lifetime, due to your karma, you're not going to get this. Okay, but if you are hoping to have this thing in your life, that means you have to come back again into next lifetime. Then it's very costly. It's very costly to come back. So better, whatever we have, let it be utilized in the service of a Lord, and let's go back to Godhead by sincerely chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay, I'll stop here. Thank you, and see if anybody has any questions to us or any comments.
Well, thank you for the wonderful class.
Hare Krishna.
As you mentioned, like we all know that Bhakti Yoga is ultimate of Jnana Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga.
Yeah, yeah.
And at the same time, Bhakti Yoga can, like a person who is practicing Bhakti.
Who is practicing?
A person who is practicing
A person who is practicing bhakti.
Bhakti. It also in the different modes.
In different modes.
Like
Yeah.
mindfulness, mode of
Yeah,
passion,
yeah, yeah,
not of ignorance.
yeah,
So like people practice bhakti not from mode of passion
yeah,
and mode of ignorance
yeah,
and mode of goodness.
yeah.
So can you comment on that?
Prabhu, it's pretty simple here. The bhakti is transcendental. The person who practice, he's in the mode. Okay? But by sticking to the process, he will eventually, one day, he will purify. Make sense or not? Because we all are what? We all are learners. We were away from bhakti for billions and trillions of lifetime since we got into this material, and we don't know from how many millions and trillions we are just wandering from one place to another. Abrahma, Bhuvan Loka, Punar Amrita Arjuna. Okay, now we have come to the consciousness. Let it let it offer my life at the service of the Lord. Okay, but of course, because now we have started, now we have been blessed by some Vaishnavas. Now we got everything. Literatures are there, associations are there, lectures are there. Our mentors are there to guide us. So there's a gradual process for everything. At least now he stick to the right process now. Before he was not even in the process, but now he's in the process. Now it's his sincerity, his endeavor is also there. He needs to understand, because every jiva has a sweet will to perform the practice, how sincerely he or she wants, according to their nature. Right? Your nature, my nature, his nature, her nature is not same, because we all are individual living entity. Liking and disliking all are different. So it's up to you how much sincere and how much have you understood the truth in your own way. So if you have to know, I have to go back to this lifetime, so you will definitely run. You will definitely run, but you will say, no, I just want to take bit time. I want to walk. Okay, at least keep walking. But you are walking towards the Lord. It is good. Somebody is running. That's also good. Somebody is sprinting. He just make a sprint. Boom. That is also good. It's an individual effort. So let it be go like that. So the person who is practicing in mode of ignorance, by the blessings of the Lord, because akama sarvakama va moksha kama udardi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. So whether you are in the mode of ignorance, in the passion, or anyway, let's keep doing it. Then gradually we become purified. We will elevate from one step to another, another to another, and then we'll go back. It is just a matter of time. Prabhu, please.
Yes, what you were saying, I was reflecting on. We don't see things as they are; we see things as we are.
As we are. That's right.
Different shades of light,
Yeah.
and then the material world is a network of illusions.
Yeah.
And we have the four regular principles
Yes.
of freedom.
Freedom. Yes.
So we follow those principles and we become free of all that unnecessary suffering.
Yes.
I remember before I came to Christian consciousness, I had a drinking problem, smoking problem,
Yeah.
this. And then when I came, it was really difficult at first to stop alcohol because it was so ingrained in my system.
Yes. Yes.
That I was waking up at night and my fingers, I couldn't move them, and I was sweating.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And I
Yes.
went to the doctor years later, and he was asking me all these questions and
Yes.
stuff, and I said, and then I asked him, I said, why would I wake up in the middle of the night with can't move my fingers? And he says, oh, that's called alcohol paralysis.
Ah.
The alcohol's still in your system,
Yeah.
and you're very toxic.
Yeah.
So I reflected on that, and that
Yeah.
made 100%,
Yeah.
And then one time I went to India in 1995, and I didn't have my visa because I didn't need it in '82. So I'm the first person to go through the immigration at the Calcutta airport, and I hand them my passport. They said, "Where's your visa?" And I said, "I didn't need it in '82." And he said, "Well, you need it now.
Oh.
So you got to go back to America." So they put me in this room, and it was a big room, and I was very tired, but I wanted to sleep. But there's all these mosquitoes flying around.
No
So I
wonder.
couldn't sleep because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get malaria.
Yeah,
So that was one suffering that I had to go through.
yeah,
But you've heard it called the regular principles of freedom. You've heard that expression before? Yeah, I always reflected upon that.
yeah,
But those are some of my experiences in, dealing with material nature.
yeah,
And I've seen so many of my friends, a lot of them have passed away,
yes,
whether in the hospital, they're suffering in so many different ways because they avoided, what we're
yeah,
promoting here.
yeah.
And so it's just things that came up in my mind.
Yeah. No, no, thank you, Prabhu, for sharing. We can see that by hearing your own pastimes and others' pastime like that, it gives us a hope. How people, as you said, mode of ignorance and passion, how people have come now. Prabhu is on a transcendental platform. He doesn't need all those things. There was a time where he was addicted to all those things, but now he's free. So it's just by practicing, doing for many, many years, you can achieve the perfection. Lord is saying in Bhagavad Gita 6.35, Abhyasena tu kauntena vairagya cha grihyate. By regular practicing of every day and being detached from those things, you can achieve the perfection.
Prabhupada said sense gratification, that's all they know.
Self gratification, all they know, yes. Yeah, I think Prabhu has. You okay?
Yeah.
Do you have one? Okay. Anybody else? Okay, no? Thank you so much, everybody. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Granthiraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.